Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jack Chang here and today we're going to do yet another property review. It is Inwood residence at Pantai Sentral Park. So yes, this is Inwood residence. And not to be confused, it's actually only a single tower. Yeah, 38 stories, 211 units. The one beside here is actually another project, also by IJM. This is Sequoia. It's the second development, second phase. And right beside, at the corner, is actually the latest phase, Rihanna Greens. Yeah. So going back to this Inwood residence, there are a total of 211 units as mentioned. And the smallest unit is a 1,125 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And the largest is 1,965 square feet. Yes, I hope I got that right. 4+1 rooms and 4+1 bathrooms. Okay, so the land beside here, it's also for development, but it's not a residential high-rise. It's actually a school, so it'll be low-rise, primary school. And beside it, some more, also for development, and that's allocated for a secondary school. Okay, so this part here, at least these units facing this side here, we have a nice view. The 200 acres Bukit Gasing Forest Reserve is behind this. Yeah, we'll check it out. The unit that we're going to review is facing that side, okay, that direction, which is the forest reserve. Okay, so Pantai Sentral Park, you actually have connectivity to public transport. The upcoming MRT Circle line, MRT3, also known as MRT3, and it's approximately 1.5 kilometers. So it's not exactly walking distance, but still doable if you really want to challenge yourself. The good thing about Pantai Sentral Park, right, as a big, huge mixed development, 60 acres, there's supposed to be a lot of easy access, walking path, cycling path. So going to the upcoming MRT station for the circle line shouldn't be too bad, the walkway. It's about 1.5 kilometers. There are 2 stations actually. One is Pantai Dalam, integrate with the KTM station there. And another one is Pantai Permai. Pantai Permai is basically, if you are familiar with NPE, you take the NPE and let's say you turn off the NPE going towards Bangsa South, from Sunway direction, you will see a Petronas station. That area there is Pantai Permai. Nonetheless, without further ado, let's head in. So we are within Inwood. We've just gotten through the guardhouse to our back. So this is Inwood, and the one beside, that's Sequoia. Yeah, another development. Nonetheless, both VP'd, if I'm not mistaken, VP'd around the same time within the same year. So that's the drop-off. A lot of land, very generous with the spacing. Hence, it looks very luxurious. This is the lobby. So the lobby is very nice. Okay, let's head in. This is the lift bomba, and you have 3 lifts here. Let's go. Stepping off the lift, we are on the 11th floor. So there are only a total of 7 units. This side has 2, and this side, behind this fire door, there are a total of 5 units. The unit that we are going to review is on the other side, but this is just to take a glimpse. So 5 units here, and here you actually have an opening, a break here. That's why it's much brighter. with light coming in. The other side, much more exclusive, 2 units, but there's no break in between the buildings, the units, so it's much darker. This is the refuse room. Okay, yes, one of my favorite questions, always posted by my viewers. How does the refuse room looks like? Very normal, but I must give credit that it's rather clean. No, it's very well maintained and kept. And again, this building, right, it's 4 years. It's good. No, rather, this is the 5th year since VP. M&E, riser, telecommunications. So it's 4 years plus. Rather well maintained, I would say. Walkway is also quite generous. You have a good 7 feet. It's a bit dark. And again, this is because we are very low down. This is only the 11th floor and it's a total of 38. Looking up. Okay, this part here is a bit bright, and that's because that's the sky garden. Again, we have 2 sky gardens, level 16 and one high up at 25. Yeah. So 2 units for this side, behind this door. So pros and cons. Here again, much more private. We have only 2 units. Look at that. So this is a variation of the lower windows, right? You get light coming in, and if it rains, you see this part here overlaps. So the water can't splash in because it will be blocked by the bottom one. It can't go over the inner piece, which is much higher. This is I'll talk more about this. This is again the Forest Reserve, Bukit Gasing Forest Reserve, 200 acres. So this is the unit that we will be reviewing. It's a Type B, 1,253 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Similarly, the area you realize very large. Okay, pardon it for being dirty, it has been vacant since VP. But yeah, very large landing area. You can imagine if you do your shoe cabinet, right? There's still a lot of space. You can probably put a bench on this side also. A wall bench, thin one, so you can sit down while you wear your shoes. Stepping in. So this is a corner unit, and because it's a corner unit, you have a nice living room. The side there, also glass windows. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, I'll talk about the view later. To my back, yes, this is the utility room, storeroom, and it houses the DB box and also the telecommunications box. So it's a single phase. I discussed in my previous video the difference between RCB and MCB. So you can check out my previous videos. And this is the telecommunications box. So this is the fiber termination point. If the internet service provider that you're subscribing to has they split the modem and the router, so this is where you put your modem, which basically connects to the fiber internet itself. And then for the fiber from the modem, you have the LAN cable or data cable, which will connect to this, any one of this. And from here, there are actually 2 cables which will connect to the living room and the master bedroom. That's the standard. The kitchen. So let me see, how do we go about this? Probably again you can do an enclosed one. Okay, extend this part slightly longer to an island. Because this here will be your dining area. Yeah. And here is your living with the TV wall, that side, all the TV points, the data point. So this provided, this is a requirement, that's why they always have to provide this flimsy sink. Because the whole idea, right, is to move in a decent, bare minimal. You know, you got water, you can use this kitchen, and even the toilet itself. You know, you have your shower heads and so on. So this is a requirement for VP. 5 feet house, standard, and this door leads out to the yard area. There you can put your washing machine. And also dryer. And this side, so that looks out to the common walkway. Here's your aircon latch. Have some light. Here's more obvious, and that's because you have a break on the 16th floor for the sky garden. Otherwise, it'd be very, very much darker towards these lower levels, level 11. So this is the view. If I were to get a unit here, it would certainly be any of the unit facing this forest view. Yeah. This makes this property, you know, awesome. Look at that. 200 acres of forest reserve. So it's a good, I don't know, it's quite a big stretch, right? That's almost a 180-degree view of this forest reserve. You can imagine if it's high up. This is just nice to me. You are almost on par, so I feel okay. If it's slightly lower, nah, probably not. I can imagine if it's much higher, right? 38 stories. That'd be even more awesome. You got 2 aircon points here and a piping. 1, 2. And heading to the rooms. So for this development, all the rooms are actually on this side. Basically, the windows are facing out. Even the smallest unit at 1100 plus, right? The rooms facing this side, facing out, either the forest view or the city view. So that being said, the bathrooms are on this side, the shared bathroom and also the master bathroom. This is the common shared bathroom. Nothing really special. Nam, interesting. So the sanitary is from Nam. This is basically a Thai brand actually. And this is made in Thailand, yeah. And Nam is actually a part of this big group, Villeroy and Boch, very, very big established group. It's more than, I think it's close to 300 years old if I'm not mistaken, Villeroy and Boch, German luxury brand. Yeah. Same goes for the water closet, Villeroy and Boch. The shower area, they have water, hot water, from what I understand, built in inside the brochure. So I think yeah, it's already built in. Yeah, you can see, you can verify by this switch here. Hot water is available. This is the bedroom, so very similar size, I would say. If I were to guess and to estimate, it looks like a exact mirror image. Laminate timber flooring, aircon point, and this is the windows that swings out. These windows all swing out. You know, they don't have that limiter for safety purpose, but if you really want that limiter, right, you're scared of children or whatever, right, you actually can just install it on your own. So what you do is this thing, you can actually tweak it, but this one doesn't seem to be much. You can actually loosen this and put it here. But even if you put it here, it means it opens this much. It's still quite big. Some, they actually have more options. You can put it closer. Yeah. So now it's this level. So this is the way you can pick your own settings on how wide it opens up. But this one doesn't have much options. The next one is still quite sizable. It can open about 45 degrees. Those are the facilities. That's on level 3A. Level 4. Yes, we'll be checking that out. Oh, overlooking the forest reserve. Nice. So sometimes people also ask me, right, why is always this walkway much lower, the ceiling, you know? Why isn't it as high as the living room and so on and so forth? And that's because actually above here there's actually quite a fair bit of pipings and cablings running across. You have this aircon. So this aircon actually runs across here, the piping. Likewise for this room also, you should have the piping here, and it runs across. Yeah, that's why that walkway is always much lower. They do a plaster ceiling to lower it down and to cover all this ugly piping, as opposed to building or hacking the concrete slab, right? They just run it like that and then they cover it with plaster ceiling. That's a cheaper way to do it. Yeah. If not because of the aircon piping, certainly they want to make it as high as possible, right? Why lower the ceiling unnecessarily? So again, same view. Worth to note, it starts all the way from the bottom, and this property, 4 years old, still pretty much in good shape. So it's tip-top, I would say, as in there's no leaking. Yeah, there's no water seeping in. Okay, that's a lot to explore the facility, so let's just step up the speed. This is your area for your built-in wardrobe. And your bathroom. Apologize, it's a bit dark. So again, Villarreal and Bock, slightly different design, and this has the top is more extended. Your water closet and your shower, and this has a rain shower. And so a shower door there. And this is the main master bedroom. TV point there, data point also there. So if there is your wardrobe, here it can be a study table, yeah, your study area, work from home area, TV cabinet here. You can mount directly on the wall, and your bed. So yes, quite a nice unit. I think this has matured or aged rather well for this unit. The development in all also, right? Again, for a 4 unit, it looks pretty decent and well maintained. Okay, so if you're interested in this unit, do reach out to Sharon. Her contact is below in the description. Or if you're interested in other units here at Inwood, also do reach out to her. She has other units available also. Now that we're finished reviewing the unit, let's head down and check out the facilities. Let's go. We are on the 25th floor. So this is where we start off our facilities tour. So there are still units on this floor. Here there are the 2 units similar to the one that we reviewed. And here you have 2 units instead of 5. So the balance of the area is basically the sky garden. To be honest, I would hate living at these 2 units because there'll be constant traffic. Okay, not constant, but bad enough for people to come, you know, chill and bug your privacy. So the sky garden is just a lot of sitting. Very nice area to chill. So got multiple sittings all around this floor. I think there are a total of 5 or 6, maybe even more. But yes, this, look at the view. 25th floor, so much nicer. And you can imagine if you go higher up, right, 38 stories, what it'll be like. So this is the 200-acre Bukit Kerinci. That big, that high rise there, this one, this is Cubic Botanical, and I reviewed this a couple of months back or so, sometime last year, 2023. Green lung. So there are a lot of benefits of staying beside a forest reserve. Of course, it's mentally, rewarding. Very refreshes the mind. Of course, the air quality is better. Less stress. And all these are scientifically proven. This is a good double volume, from what I see. More sittings. Okay, it's just all sitting all around, so I'm not going to go. Okay, this, I just wanted to share it. So this is basically of course this is a casing, but behind this casing is actually an LED driver, power driver. Yeah. When you see this type of box, it basically means there should be powerful LED lights somewhere nearby. Yeah, and you need all this, you need a LED driver basically to regulate the current and the voltage to these LEDs, the light itself. So it basically converts from alternating current incoming into a much lower voltage direct current. Yeah. So if you see that box, it means there should be LED lights. Okay, so yes, that sums up this Sky Terrace. I don't think I will want to review level 16. It's similar. So we'll head down to the ground floor before checking out the main facilities floor on level 4. Let's go. Okay, we are back down on the ground floor, and the facilities that we'll check out is basically this nature's retreat that they have here on the ground floor. This is the entrance into the car park. So the car park is between level 1 and 4. There are two entrances. One, this is for the residents, and if you go straight, there's actually another entrance for the visitors. Very generous space and landscaping, hence it gives that premium luxury feel. Yeah. Okay, this is it. So trying to intertwine as much as possible with nature. Actually, I saw a squirrel earlier, but it's too fast for me to capture. So you got a maze garden sort of. It's all different layers. Nevertheless, the main highlight to me is this tree, canopy tree house. Yeah. A playground here, small playground. Yeah, we'll go up this and walk across. There's actually a few other, I don't know what they call all this, but yeah, I'm interested in this treehouse. So this is not a real tree per se, yeah, but made to look like a tree. Essentially, it's still a solid metal rock, a column. Let's see. So it's quite nice, in my opinion. Gives it that resort type of vibe. Okay, Yes, this is it. This nature's retreat here on the ground floor. And we'll visit the last facilities, the main facilities. That's where you have your swimming pool, you have your half court, you have a lot of other stuff. Let's keep it for the actual review. Let's head there to the main facilities floor on level 4. Let's go! Stepping off the lift, this is 3A, which is also the main facilities floor. So the main side is the other side. That's where everything is, the action. Nevertheless, since this is also part of the facilities, okay, so this is just a very simple area, not much. Okay, yeah, we'll hit there. So the landscaping for this, or the planning for these facilities, I would say is pretty much like the ground floor, where everything is very open. You know, at a glance you can almost see everything, and this really gives you that calm, peaceful, luxurious vibe. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll start off with this area here. You got a big open field. Towards there is the BBQ pit, and you have a playground. This is supposed to be space for a nursery, but it's way too small, so I don't think so it can ever be a nursery. You got a multi-purpose hall. Yeah, it's also not too big, and it's locked, more importantly, so can't access that. So all these units are facing the city. You have the city view. Yeah. And these are the smaller units. We don't have the two bigger layouts, 1006 and 1009 faces the other side, which is the forest view. So again, if I were you, and if you want to get a unit here, I would just pay more and go get the forest view unit. Very breezy. So this is the reading room. A simple, cozy reading room. A shape of a tree. Oh, they have Wi-Fi here also. Nice. Okay, I'm not going to switch on the aircon. Stepping out. 4-year plus development. Very well maintained. Nice. Mushroom. Let's just take a quick glance. Anything special? Nope, not really. What do you have at this side? Oh, also the same. Continuing on. We have a games room. So this is the games room. The football table. And this is a pool table. The gym. So get a very nice view also, facing the forest reserve. And if it's too warm, you can just, or too bright, you can pull down all these blinds. Only 211 units here at Inwood. So if you ask me, yeah, reasonably low dense for the amount of space that you have here. This is your swimming pool. Infinity pool towards this inn, facing in the forest reserve. Wow, I like that tree. Look at that. Canopy. This to me is the ideal swimming pool, wading pool layout, where you have your wading pool just beside your main swimming pool. So if your kids are playing here, you know, and you want to take a swim, you know, it's easy to always take a watch out for your kids. Down there you have a basketball court. Half-size basketball court. Come down. So if you take a look at the units, right? Let me step further back a bit. The 1006 and 1009 are all here. The lower ones, I think up until level 25, the lower ones are all 1006, and above here is 1009. And these, if you can see, are the units with the balcony. This unit also has a balcony. This is actually type A at 1215 square feet. While the one that we reviewed, somewhere in the middle, that I think somewhere in the middle here, the corner unit. So yes, that sums up the review of this property here at Inwood Residence. Let me know what do you think about this property. Yeah. If you're interested again to buy the unit that I reviewed, do reach out to Sharon. Her name and contact is below in the description. Or if you're interested in any other units here at Inwood Residence, do reach out to Sharon. Okay? And last but not least, if you have not subscribed to my video, please do subscribe to my video, to my channel, sorry. Do smash the like button. And if you found this video useful, please do share it with your friends and family. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye!